two alters. That is Soren and his sister.
Why have they all got like anime names as well? Lobotomy. Lobotomy, 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 lobotomy. You know, that was the kind of thing that you'd see on some TV show because of how wacky and crazy it is. But now you can go on TikTok and just get inundated and flashbang with 1,000 videos about all these white women that are non-binary and have got the ID. And I'm a gatekeeper. Like, you're just changing what your person... You're just putting your acting... This is obviously f***ing acting, dude.
Because if they feel like they are in hell, what is capable of surviving or living in hell? A demon, for example, or a devil, or it could...
Okay, so, guys, for those of you that don't know, Dissociadid is a channel, and it's of this woman, and I tell you what her name is, but she's got several, okay? And she claims to have dissociative identity disorder. Now, for those of you that don't know, dissociative identity disorder is an alleged mental illness that exists where you have got, I mean, well, there's kind of two versions of it, I guess. There's the version that like you see in these kind of older videos where it's called multiple personality disorder. And it was more so like, you know, someone would have a blackout and then come back to their senses and not realize that maybe there's another kind of consciousness within them that are taking control. You know, it is still kind of dubious, I think, but there's maybe something there or some trauma leads people to have some severe thing that happens in their brain or something like that. I don't fucking know. Anyway, basic point is, I think out of the two, I would give more credibility to that, even though I'm still skeptical, okay? But put that to one side, there's this kind of new iteration now that exists of dissociative identity disorder. And it isn't this kind of like tragic, horrendous disorder that leads to like blackouts, memory loss, and other issues. It's this like little fun thing that you can do where you've got like this various set of what are called alters. And at any point, one of them might take control. And, you know, you can go from being a 15-year-old boy who likes playing football to a 36-year-old woman who, you know, I probably need to show you like a TikTok or something to really give you the gist of this. Obviously something that we've done before, but just to lead into this segment, let's see if we can find a TikTok that's...
Oh my gosh, I have anxiety.
Oh,
Where can I put my stuff?
Dude! The fuck is that? Out of it for a Disney movie. Let's look up DID. Oh, here we go. Look, perfect. It's actually the person. I can literally just show you the person. Bro, why is it so fucking loud, dude? How do I turn it down? The fuck? Here we go. So look, switches in a difficult day. So you get the gist? So this person apparently has got multiple different people inside of her head, and at any point they can come to the forefront. And it's not this kind of like, you know, debilitating condition that leads to memory loss and blackouts. It's this little fun experience that you can have, you know? It's like, ooh. You know, it's like, ooh. Yeah, I'm this alter now, and I'm that alter now, actually. And I've got a system, they call it a plural system, where these various different personalities can come to the forefront. Long story short, it's bullshit. It's TikTok fucking nonsense. And there's even, like, I think there's like an article that was written in some psychology magazine about this, where there's this new issue that's developing now, where you've got people who are going to psychologists and going to seek out mental health, and it's because of TikTok. They're seeing shit on TikTok, and they're thinking that they've got it, you know, because they've seen it in a TikTok video, and they think, oh, I've got that as well. Obviously, probably putting it on, probably making out like they've got it when they don't, all this stuff, okay? So very cringe, very gay. Yes, we're bullying the mentally ill. That is exactly what we're doing here. So anyway, that there was Dissociated. Dissociated is one of the biggest proponents of this kind of, you know, false mental illnesses, as I would call it, that's being perpetuated. I've covered Dissociated before, and Dissociated has got quite a kind of interesting history, and people have spoken about her a lot. In fact, my video was talked about on this subreddit where they shit on Dissociated for being fake. But obviously they're all a bit woke, so they didn't really like some of the, you know, edgier shit or whatever. Anyway, that being said, one thing from the coverage before that I found quite interesting is there's actually these doctors that exist that you can go to, you know, it's like diagnosis hunting, right? So if you're not getting the diagnosis that you want, you can actually go to certain doctors and they present themselves as being like experts in dissociative disorders, and they will diagnose you where maybe other doctors are unwilling to, you know? Because think about it for a second, okay? Do you truly think that it's true, that it's a real thing, that you can have a fucking plural system and there's 5 or 6 different personalities that come to the forefront at different times? It's nonsense. It's bullshit. They're full of it. Anyway. Dissociated, covered them before, very cringe. They've released some new content, so let's have a little look and see what they've got to say for themselves, okay? What's new? Oh. Mental health education, okay?
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video by Dissociadid. This is going to be an update, like housekeeping type video where we tell you where we've been, what's going on, what the changes are, what you can expect from us. I know some of you like to see our makeup when we do interesting things with our makeup. Perhaps this isn't interesting to you, perhaps it's very boring makeup. I don't know, but I like it. So here is the look for today. Also, our hair, what do you think of it? How long will it stay blonde? That is the question. First of all, where did we go? Why did we go on a break? If you weren't watching our YouTube shorts, you might have missed this. So back in August of 2023, we were dealing with a crime. A stalker managed to find our address. We still have no real idea how. Flew from another country and intended to get into our house and essentially turned up outside our door. And we've been dealing with the police in the criminal case since then. Obviously, that was quite re-traumatizing given our past and our history, which we're not going into, but
that was Big Greg. That might have been one of my alters, Big Greg. Anyway. I mean, look, obviously I think this person is a complete freak, but that sucks, okay? I don't have a heart of stone. You know, if that's true and you had stalkers and stuff, yeah, that's obviously bad. I disavow stalking. I disavow going to someone's house. I still need to do that bit. The bit is that I come to stream one day and I've got a can of special brew and I just say a bunch of racist stuff for 10 minutes, as Big Greg might alter. And then if Twitch ban me, I'll claim that they're being ableist because I've got dissociative identity disorder. The stalker was one of her alters. Come on now.
unfortunately, the feeling of being watched or filmed.
Do you guys know what special brew is?
A lot of watching and being on camera and stuff like that all became even more triggering than it already was before. We have experienced dissociative seizures before. We actually mentioned it in the last video that we uploaded about how we got diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder. But as we mentioned in that video, they had calmed down a lot as we...
Lovely stuff. Little touch of special brew. Lovely. That's not what it looks like though. It's basically lager that's like 9% proof or something, right? Oh my god, you can get a can of 24 on Amazon. No way. Yo, let's go. We're partying tonight. I actually used to know a guy who was a big, massive, really big fat guy, but he got really fit and healthy, right? And he used to tell me that, you know, this was his drink of choice. He would just have a can of special brew. Crazy. What's the US equivalent of this? High, like 9% proof alcohol, beer. Yeah, 440 milliliters, yeah. Clip this for the court stream. What do you mean? Colt 45. Show us your Amazon history. I'm actually logged into Amazon. My second monitor is quite literally doxing me right now. So don't look at it, whatever you do. Your orders. Oh, I need to log in. You don't need to see my history anyway. What do you mean? What do you think's there? Fuck's sake.
We worked through our trauma and had better support and got our diagnosis and understood what was going on. However, severe PTSD triggers do seem to cause these non-epileptic seizures. So every time we would try to interact with our audience, check comments, even look at numbers, let alone film a video, it sent us into PTSD flashbacks, seizures, panic attacks, you name it. Wasn't good. We couldn't work. So we—
Bro,
That's wonderful.
come
But
off
how do I
it,
make
dude.
money off depressed people?
There you are, at the family reunion talking about the Gazan tragedies, then all of a sudden, you're a Nazi. You didn't ask for this, you didn't choose this, yet there it is.
I should review that extra credits video one day. Thank you very much. Extra credits for the 333. I should review that someday.
we
That's a
had to
classic.
then deal with and start to process that trauma and the trauma before that it was linked to that caused everything to blow up. And because of that, as we said, filming became a slight trigger, a PTSD trigger for us. And because of that, you are probably going to see more switches and more intersystem communication in these new videos that we film.
Oh my god, dude. This is such... So you're telling me that you've got this PTSD and that's just going to so happen to lead to behavior amongst your system that people are going to want to see, which is this switching and this... So the switching is when you one... So it's called fronting, okay? So one identity fronts at a time. And switching is when one identity stops fronting and another identity begins fronting, right? So, and that's obviously what people want to see. The kind of people that watch this content and believe it are perverse freaks, and they are sort of enabling this by playing into the idea that this is all 100% legit without question, right? So people are going to want to see that, and it just so happens that you've got this PTSD that is going to lead to the thing that people want to see. Interesting that, isn't it? Wonder if maybe there's a lot of grifting in this? Who knows? Who knows?
Because we all have to work together in a slightly different way now in order to be able to support whoever is filming and get a video out successfully. That means that there are a lot more people close by listening or more aware that we're filming, which pulls them closer, which can mean fluctuations in voice, fluctuations in body language, it can mean full switches, and it might just look a little different.
Dude, don't you think? Look at this. Full switches! Exclamation mark. It's like a list. It's like a sort of teaser. You know? It's like when you buy, you know, when you used to buy a video game and you look at the back of the box and it's like incredible graphics, you know, brilliant gameplay, realistic fighting. It's like that, bro. It's like your fucking back of a video game box teasing you as to all the things you're going to get to see and experience. Fucking hell, it's so obvious.
Than it did before we had to leave on our break. But again, this is all a good example really of
Toy
how
inside
systems can work together to overcome adversary. Another important thing, we have a new host. From sort of summertime last year, 2023, you may have noticed, especially if you follow us on our TikTok, which isn't connected to our Dissociadid project, it's a private TikTok. But if you were watching there, you might have been able to see Kaya's mannerisms changing, becoming a little bit more confrontational, a little bit more easily angered, a little bit more confident, maybe feistier as time went on. And that was because Kaya and Mara were integrating and fusing. That was happening.
These two identities are fused into one. It is crazy how people just don't question this and think this is real. They're talking about personalities fusing together. Yes, my understanding of this is even amongst like what is considered the more credible expression of DID, like this is not, none of this is in there. None of this is like identified and established as like being a thing that happens in DID. And it's all a load of quack bullshit, right? Bro, how do people buy this? Your identities were fusing. What are you on about?
Slowly, A similar situation happened to when Nin and Kyle fused, which we have a whole video about that. It's very interesting, very in-depth as to how that fusion between our alters happened. But similar to that circumstance, we were in denial about it and wanted to pretend that it wasn't happening, and that happened. I'd finally come to terms with the fact that it was happening, literally weeks to maybe a month before the
Do you know, I've got to be honest
That's
with you
wonderful.
guys.
But how do I make money off depressed people?
The bed blob Voltron fuses to trick kids on TikTok.
Thank you for the super chat. I am very skeptical about some psychiatric stuff these days. You know? Like, oh God, I don't know. It's just all a bit much, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I said, it's all a bit much. I'm like, what's going on here? Because the problem I've got is that there's, like, some of this stuff that's being presented here, okay, I don't know if it's got, like, a strong enough dismissal as I would like from the kind of, like, psychiatric community. It's almost like it doesn't seem like they're really equipped to just strongly reject this. And instead, there's more of, like, a kind of dubiousness of, like, oh, well, maybe, you know?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
So wouldn't the treatment be to trauma fuse them all together?
Thank you for the $5.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do
Yeah, I
make
don't know. I
money
just don't
off
like the
depressed
fact that there
people?
isn't, like,
Chud
a
has three
strong
alters,
outward condemnation
a
of
trans
this.
chaser, a racist chaser, and fair chaser.
Very true. Consistent writer. Thanks for the 333. You know, it's just where's the where are the kind of prominent psychiatrists and psychologists that are coming out and saying, yep, this is all total pseudoscientific bullshit. And the people that are saying they've got it are doing it for social media engagement. And the people that are promoting it and diagnosing it from a medical perspective are quacks. Where are I just don't see it. Even when you go and watch these, like, YouTube psychologists or psychiatrists talk about this, it doesn't seem like there's many people that are willing to just call it out for what we can all see that it is, you know? And it's kind of troubling to me. I'm like, why not? Why are you not just shouting from the rooftops, all of this stuff is bullshit? There's a couple of things that I've seen. I've seen, like, you know, an article complaining about the kind of TikTok stuff and things like that. That's good. That's positive. But there's just not enough of a strong response that I've seen from the psychiatric community to say, yeah, this is all fucking nonsense. So, yeah.
the stalker happened, and that meant that we were mid-fusion when we experienced a new trauma, which resulted in an extremely complicated fusing, splitting situation that we still don't completely understand. But essentially, an alter was starting to form from the fusion of Kaya and Mara. That alter, that still wasn't completely themselves yet because the fusion was still happening, split because of the new trauma and resulted in 2 new alters, and we weren't entirely sure what was going on. Those alters and what was left of Kaya and Mara in both of them, because they were both mid-fusion when they split, continued to fuse, and they ended up being sort of almost the same person but not quite, with noticeable differences, but still almost the same person, and we're not entirely sure whether they're also fusing or not. Anyway, the situation is extremely complicated, but essentially what came out of it was 2 alters that are both from Mara and Kaya, who are twins. That is Soren and his sister.
Why have they all got, like, anime names as well? Obviously part of the meme of, you know, Big Steve. Was it Big Steve? It's just such a normal name. Like, all these people have got weirdo names. Soren. What? People believe this! Look, the comments are literally filled to the brim with people that believe it. The new intro, the new hair, the new background, the new confidence. Obsessed and so happy that you're back and better. They believe it.
Well, at least we can all agree this is mental illness.
Thank you for the $10. So, bro.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money?
Big Greg.
off
Big
depressed
Greg.
people?
Sorry, yeah, I
They
forget.
did the
Big Greg.
fusion dance, or is it like Telden Ring?
Thank you for the $5. There may be some sort. It's anime stuff, right? Soren feels like a more mature and more confident version of Kyle. And it makes my heart happy. So excited to see you guys coming back. Soren looks and feel like he's happy and upbeat. I love that you're getting the help and the... Dude. Lobotomy. Lobotomy, 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 lobotomy. Is a medical practice that was thankfully outlawed a long time ago because it was bad. But anyway, let's continue on.
Soren is the only one who will be making videos for you. He's the more stable of the two, and Soren is our current host. To make it super simple as we can, Kaya was fusing with Mara, new trauma happened, that altar, which would have been Soren, split, and there's 2 new altars. Soren is the new host who came from Kaya and Mara, and that's where we're going to leave it because it's just too complicated. It's too complicated to get into. We've never had anything that difficult to understand happen in our system before. So your guess is as good as mine as to what the hell happened there, but essentially the way the brain was trying to process and heal things was interrupted, corrupted. New host is Soren. I'm Soren. I have Kem and Red with me as well, and Mike watching me very closely, but this is mostly Soren at the minute. Hi, nice to meet you. Now, another thing that you might be wondering, if Soren, you have a new name, you have new host of your system, why are your URLs or your socials still Kaya & Co? That includes our Patreon, it includes our personal TikTok. Those are still at the URL Kaya & Co. Why are we not changing it to Soren & Co? Because of the criminal case, which is still ongoing. We're hoping it will be over and sorted by the end of this year. The individual, the stalker, is still in prison. He has been in prison since he was arrested in August and has not been released. As soon as that's over, then maybe we'll change our URLs, but because they are currently being used in an ongoing case, we don't want to change the usernames or the URLs or anything like that because it could interrupt evidence or change evidence that's being used in that case. So
is that true? The legal system can't account for people changing URLs to things. I don't know, man. That sounds
okay. That's wonderful.
I can't really speak on that.
Money off depressed people.
Mental health is a meaningless joke phrase. This glut of boring white girls seeking some new mental illness or sexuality to spice up their loves is being held up by pill salesmen who don't care about their patients beyond what insurance will cover.
Thank you, Stylo, for your frank perspective there. Thank you for the 333. You question me because you can't answer the question yourself. How do you determine genuine mental illnesses from real ones? The truth is you can't. Psychiatry is really susceptible to fads in a way that's even worse than other medical fields, which are also vulnerable. Dr. Paul McHugh and Dr. Joel Paris have written the most about this. You know what it is? The psychiatric stuff, it feels like you can't criticize it, right? It feels like if you have a go at it or talk about it negatively, you're doing something wrong. That is the last taboo that we need to break, okay? We need to break the taboo. We need to be able to call these fucking schizo bitches what they are and stop fucking around, okay?
they are staying the same for now. Kaya & Co. on Patreon and Kaya & Co. on TikTok. Remember, our TikTok is not connected to the Dissociadid project. It is just our account where we mess around and do things that we want to do for fun. The Dissociadid project is dedicated to raising awareness about and providing information regarding DID and mental illnesses and trauma. We also have a Patreon update for you. So we have refurbished our...
This is, like, you cannot argue as well. There's definitely social contagion with this stuff. 100% there's social contagion. I'd love to know what the graph is for DID diagnoses, because it used to be an exceptionally rare thing, you know, that was the kind of thing that you'd see on some TV show because of how wacky and crazy it is. But now you can go on TikTok and just get inundated and flashbanged with 1,000 videos about all these fucking white women that are non-binary and have got DID.
Patreon. It is now being used for sneak upcoming clips of videos that will be coming soon before anyone else gets to see them. You will be able to see outtakes and bloopers. You will be able to see how our system communicates with each other and everything that doesn't go into public videos. You may also be able to see videos that we scrapped, that we said, nope, not good enough, not happy with it, or we didn't upload in time and is now irrelevant or inaccurate as things in the system change. Those videos will never see the light of day publicly. They are only available exclusively on our Patreon. You can join from $1 or £1 in your equivalent currency. And then there are different options depending on which tier you would like to subscribe to. It is the best way to support us, and you can also get merch on our Patreon, like hand-drawn art that we made like this. Hand-drawn art like this, that I believe Nin or Chloe drew this one. You can get...
You were not hard to love. Would you buy that? It's quite a good little money spinner, isn't it? You know, oh, you've got Quinn's version of that, but have you got Soren's version of that? And it's the same with, like, you know, this is switched round or something. You got to get Soren's version if you want the whole set.
Okay,
all
that's
right?
wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Don't miss Soren's version.
Very easy to love. Chud.
Yo, thanks for the 300 bits, Malkaz. Appreciate it. Let's go, base. Thank you.
You can get stickers, you can get t-shirts, you can get bags, you can get posters, you can get all sorts of stuff. And last but not least, some of you might be saying, Soren, what is happening with the Sergio Costa legal?
Yeah, exactly. Why are none of the alters doing like, I don't know, fascist art? Why are none of the alters doing race war art? Here's a little drawing that Adolf, my alter Adolf, drew of the impending US race war. $20 now, thank you.
Case. We've been donating to your Crown Justice fundraiser to help you get your justice against this man who tried to ruin our life. If you don't know what that's about, we have a video called What Happened to Dissociadid. We actually have a whole playlist called What Happened to Dissociadid that goes over what this man did to us and how they tried to destroy our channel, everything that we've created, and our life, essentially. By you guys donating to that Crowd Justice fundraiser, we are raising money to be able to continue to fight him in court, because he will not give up, and it has been going on for 4 years. 4 years since the first legal letters were exchanged. 4 years, my dude. If you would like to support us, please consider donating to our Crowd Justice fundraiser, which you can find up here and in the description box below. It is crowdjustice.com/case/Dissociadid. And if you cannot donate, please do not feel like you have to. Don't feel forced to. Don't feel pressured to.
Go on, I tell you what, I do a little bit of
Okay,
shilling,
that's
okay?
wonderful. But how do I make money?
This shilling
off
is next
depressed
level.
Chud, I'd like to introduce you to my alters Oppenheimer, Hitler, Kaczynski. You guys are fucked, don't open your mail.
Thank you for the 333. Appreciate it. Yeah, what if you've got, imagine if you had DID and one of your alters was a neo-fascist and another a neo-Nazi or neo-fascist and the other one was a Jew. Could you imagine? God, that would be terrible, wouldn't it, you know? Be a bit of a head fuck, wouldn't it? Another one's a black guy. Ooh. Another one's Antifa guy.
We love you just the same, regardless of whether you do or don't. But if you would still like to help, please share that link. It goes a long way. Or even sharing the playlist of, you know, what did he do?
Yeah, exactly. One's trans. I'm gonna kill you, you fucking... Whoa, no, that's a joke, that's a joke, that's a joke. Okay. That's a joke, that's satire, okay? Please don't ban me, various platforms that might bite for that, okay?
Why might you consider helping us out if you can find it in the goodness of your heart to do so? That is just as appreciated by us and does make a huge difference. Use your voice as and how you want to, but we appreciate whatever you choose to do for us. Thank you. So to keep that short and sweet, it is ongoing. It is still happening. The court case is not over. And he has written to the judge to say that he won't accept anything that the court says and that he will not comply with court orders regardless of who wins the quantum proceedings. Just great. Wonderful. Thank you very much for watching. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Please have a look at some of the other videos to get an idea of what we do. Stay tuned. There are more things coming. Again, if you want sneak peeks of what is coming up and what videos are going to be next, or you want to...
Jesus Christ, how much of this video is dedicated to shilling? Fucking hell. Maybe one of the alters is Jewish.
to vote on what videos you want to see. You want to suggest, hey, Soren, Dissociadid, Mike, everybody, listen up. I want to see a video on this. You can vote and you can suggest on our Patreon. We hope to see you soon. Lots of love, everybody. Stay safe. Know that you are cared about, that you are important, and that there are good things in the world that you deserve. Lots of love, everybody. Bye.
There we go, guys. What do you reckon? Anyway, we're going to watch the other video now. And one thing I just want to note for this.
Hello and welcome.
Is... Wait, dude, there's another one as well. Okay, dude, we're going to have to watch all of this. We've got to. I must. I've got no choice. We've got to watch Meet the Alters first. Look at this as well. Switch. This here is why I think that this is such bullshit. Because look at the way it's presented. 7 altars. It's like a feature list. 7 altars. Switch on camera. Guys, come and look at the... How is this like a serious mental illness when you're presenting it like this?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Honey, I didn't cheat on you with Jamal. That was my altar, and you know she's a size queen.
Thank you very much for the super chat, for the tip. Appreciate it.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video by Dissociadid. If you don't know what the Dissociadid Project is, the Dissociadid Project is dedicated to raising awareness about dissociative identity disorder and other trauma-related disorders. A lot of you have questions on who our regular fronters are, who are you most likely to see in these videos, who are the people speaking to you? So this is going to be a rundown of our most regular fronters that you are most likely to see on the channel. Of course, other alters do make videos and you will run into them on the channel. Some of them already have their own Meet the Alters videos where they introduce themselves and tell you about who they are in their own words from their own mouth.
How on earth do you get the wherewithal when you've switched identities to be like, oh, I'm just going to do a little YouTube video and introduce myself? It's just completely insane.
Mouth. My name is Mike. My God.
I am Sally.
My name is Mara.
My name is Amanda.
Oh, yeah!
My name is Kaya.
My name is Chloe.
It's Kyle.
My name is Nadia.
My name is Jade. My name is Nin.
My name is Ruby.
Yes!
My name is Mama.
My name is Nina. My name is
Based.
Gregory.
My name is Mary. I'm Soren.
My name is Jake.
My name is Sia. These are just the people you are most likely to meet making videos for the Dissociative Project at the point of me filming this. First of all, there's Kem and Red. You're probably less likely to see them fully fronting, but they are almost always co-conscious with our host, Soren. Kem and Red are our host's personal protectors. They exist and work separately from the rest of the system, but are able to communicate with some alters like Mike, especially if they are close to the front or nearby to each other. They split.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Demon altars? It really is like whatever anime is big at the time.
Yo, thank you for the $20. Appreciate it. Thank you. Very generous.
Off together and they work as a duo to help the host function. Red taking care of emotional support and encouragement, whereas Kem takes a more forward-facing role in terms of defense and support. You might have noticed my voice changing then. I think Jade got closer to front because I'm talking about alters within the system. You'll usually be able to spot Kem if you notice our voice taking on a gravelly tone. He can be harsh, direct, snappy, and overconfident. He doesn't tolerate any disrespect and generally dislikes people who haven't proven themselves in his eyes. These are great characteristics in a protector, but can be a little bit intense and confronting for people external to the system who might not have realized they're not showing either Soren or Kem or Red enough respect. Red, on the other hand, is an absolute ball of sunshine. We love Red, everybody loves Red, you guys love Red. He's been on
See,
TikTok.
this is the other big issue with this too, is this idea they're all communicating with one another. How?
Okay, that's wonderful. But
How is
do
that
I
even
make
possible? It
money
doesn't make
off
sense.
depressed people?
Where are the racist stereotype alters? Very true, thank you. There's a seminar that was done on how these fakers are basically doing that for attention, but the doctor got harassed. Okay, well I got to watch that after this. And then we'll watch the demon one as well.
TikTok like twice and the comments were like, we love this guy.
I feel bad because I honestly think she's just lost the plot and actually believes this. I don't think she's consciously totally faking it. I think she's truly convinced herself it's legit. Well, I think that it's either that they're just making it up and they're just doing it for content's sake, or there's a possibility there that there is some other sort of mental disorder somewhere in there, and the way that it exhibits itself is like just making all this shit up, you know? And she's actually like a schizophrenic or something, I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, with the kind of old version, I will say multiple personality disorder to differentiate it, okay? I'm a bit skeptical of it, but if we just take that as a thing, and just for the sake of argument, say it is a thing that exists, the more historic exhibitions of that are usually with blackouts, memory loss, the different personalities not knowing about each other, not communicating with each other. You know, you wake up one day and you're one person, and then like the next day you wake up and you don't remember the day, but it's like this other person, you know. In any case, it is nowhere close to what these people are describing, and it just so happens that the rise of TikTok seems to have led to this, you know, increasing dynamic where all of these people are coming out the woodwork now. But yeah.
So, yeah, all of us agree, we all love Red. He is fantastic emotional support and he's very close to both Kem and the host Soren. But it is important that as much as we all adore Red, don't let his golden retriever personality fool you into thinking that he's a pushover. He's strong, confident and very sincere, and he places a lot of importance on respect, kindness and connection. My name is Jade. Jade is one of our highest level gatekeepers. She may make specific videos on her own, or she may come closer to front to keep an eye on what people are saying publicly when it has something to do with our personal system. As a gatekeeper, my role is...
Oh my god. Hey guys, my name's Soren, and my name's Jade, and I'm a gatekeeper. Like, it's, you know, you're just changing what your person. You're just putting your acting. This is obviously fucking acting, dude. You've put on like a lower, less friendly tone, and you're pretending you're someone else. Rough pause, yep, true.
Important. High stress, high demand. She can control who has access to what memories, as she is in charge of memory filing, so she can...
Okay, that's a new one for me. Memory filing. Like Sherlock Holmes' Mind Palace or something. What is going on? They're making up as they go along. Memory filing. That is brand new to me. I don't even know of that one. Fuck me.
Can force amnesia upon an altar or take memories from them. I protect altars from each other.
Like Shang Tsung sucking out memories rather than a soul from some other altar. The other altar getting withered and so fucking sucking the memories out of them. Your memories are mine.
I protect us from our own memories. I protect from the realities of the abuse that we experienced and the trauma that came separately and resulted from that. It is significant. If you are hearing from her in a dedicated video, there's a chance that there's probably big trouble coming, or it's a situation where we need to choose our words very carefully. I think I'm actually gonna get chucked out. You may lose me, sorry.
Maybe. Okay, that's wonderful.
I'm waiting to see if there's going to be a switch or... Well, not a switch, or...
Oh my god, dude.
Uses it as an affirmative defense after deleting his wife. Hashtag feed the sneak.
Thank you for the super chat. That was so fake.
Get chucked out. You may lose me, sorry. Maybe. I'm waiting to see if there's going to be a switch or...
Wait, guys, hang on.
Or not a switch, or...
Might be a switch here.
I can just feel her, like, looking at me disapprovingly. Like, arms crossed.
Big Greg's taken over. No. Okay, come on. Okay. What? Da-da, 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 da-da. Act a bit perturbed for a bit, and then boom, you're into it.
I'm also the most protective in terms of vocalizing for the system. I have a very sharp tongue. I can be very firm, and I'm also told that I can be quite unnerving because of how direct I am. I do not pull punches. I say what I mean, and I choose my words very carefully. I do not say anything that does not
that's
need
wonderful.
to be
But
said.
how do I make money off depressed people?
Have you ever covered the Sam Mellier case? It's more political than drama, but he is unable to even receive pictures of his children. British government says he is a danger to kids. BC of mean stickers.
Thank you for the $10. Yeah, I think I covered it before. I spoke about it briefly at least. Listen, I think it's fucked up what happened to him. The guy's obviously a giga racist, but he shouldn't be in prison for what he did. But yeah, I mean, what's funny about that case? Obviously, the kid thing is completely indefensible. That's crazy. What's funny about that case, though, is people say like, oh, he was put in prison and it was just for putting up stickers that said it's okay to be white. But if you actually go and look at the stickers, I don't agree with it still, but let's just say there was a little bit more spice. I mean, he is, there's no denying he's a racist guy. It's 100%. You go look at the stickers he was putting up, undeniable. But that doesn't mean he should be in prison, obviously. But yeah, this dude was, he's got some spicy opinions, let's put it that way. But yeah.
It is interesting to see how Soren sees me based on what he's put in his notes. I'll just read to you what he's said. Jade is firm, eloquent, and can be quite biting. Soren has written, she doesn't mince her words and will tell you exactly where the situation stands in a manner that is polite but leaves no room for argument or misunderstanding. He's correct. Jade is in charge of memory filing and can help control which alters have access to what memories. This could include forcing amnesia after or during events on specific alters, also correct. Also a fan favourite on the channel. When she shows up to lay down the law, many of you have said that she feels like she's looking through the camera into your soul and notice a difference in posture as well as voice and language. I wouldn't say I'm a fan favourite. This is news to me.
Come on, man. Disassociating and listening to other alters nearby. Come off it. The alter conference. Dude, it's just like, God, it's so obviously bullshit, but people believe this. People think this is real.
See, now everybody's confused because now it's Soren, Jade, and Red, and Kem. All relatively close to front. And nobody knows who's doing what.
My ex with BPD did this shit too. You cheated on me. How could you cheat on me? Why? Oh, it wasn't me actually. Oh, it was one of my alters. Oh, no, the altar's going now. Oh, no. Oh, well, the altar's gone. The altar's blended with someone else. So technically, I didn't cheat on you actually. Based. Dude, this is fucking absurd. Yeah, I've covered. Yeah, I've covered it before. Yeah.
Oh, I need to ground.
We're catching up. It's been a while.
Ground.
Ground with some cold water.
Come on. We need to get this filmed. Chances are you'll know Jade immediately when you see her, unless she doesn't want you to know that she's there, in which case you will not know. This also means that I am aware of a lot. I have experienced abuse myself, and I have witnessed, understood, or filed memories of abuse and trauma for other alters. I know I may come across as harsh, but I'm not vindictive. I'm bitter, but I'm logical, and I'm measured, and I have to
That's
be.
wonderful.
As a
But how do I
gatekeeper,
make
that is
money
Bro,
off
come
depressed
on.
people?
Me and my alters are all voting Biden.
Base, thank you for the $5.
integral to be able to do my job effectively, correctly. There is little room for error. Another alter you're very likely to run into on the channel is Mike.
Hi everybody, my name is Mike. If you followed our other social medias, you're probably relatively familiar with me. It's not unusual for me to be popping up on TikTok or switching out during the gaming streams on Twitch, which our Twitch is the system stream. I'm a
They do Twitch streams. What, they game? Do they do voice chat? Dude, imagine them doing voice chat when they're switching. Imagine the absolute unrepentant abuse of an Aussie that is hearing someone with apparent DID switching in the middle of a match. That would be fucking great content.
trauma holder. I dealt with it badly, not anywhere near as destructively as a lot of other people in the system. And now people on the internet have called me class clown.
Mike is a protector and a recovered persecutor. He's a lovable and funny guy and a fan favourite on the channel.
Presented this mental crazy stuff is making me want to do bad things. Bring back the psych ward.
Yes, I concur. Bring back the psych ward. I agree. 100%.
Mike may have a Meet the Alters video on the channel. You did a Meet the Alters video, right? He's not close enough to tell me. I don't know. I just sound like an idiot speaking to nobody.
I got some bad news for you, love. You sound like that all the time. That's all you do.
Chem says he thinks that he did do one. Okay.
Me and Kaya will end up sort of on top of each other or co-fronting, and then we'll be arguing over who's doing what or how, you know, the body's using the analog stick or whatever. I'll be pulled front if there's like a lot of action or a lot of brain work needs to be done, and that originated as me wanting to distract, because if I was focusing on these puzzles, I couldn't be focusing on running from my trauma.
Despite being a recovered persecutor,
Why isn't the comment? Have they not? I would have thought there'd be tons of videos on this person mocking her, but it's obviously transparently nonsense. Yeah, I mean, how can you watch this and genuinely come away thinking this is all legit? It's just a ridiculous. It's patently ridiculous, and you know, recovered persecutor. I don't know what that is. There's some of this stuff I don't know. I need to look into it more. I need to investigate further.
and a very good protector, he still struggles with expressing himself in healthy ways and connecting to people in a healthy manner. He uses humour as both a defence and a deflection and a coping mechanism. He can be hilarious and energetic, but he can also come across as harsh and insulting if his humour doesn't land right. He'll also tell you what he thinks and won't beat around the bush.
I am a guy who has a lot of humour, a guy who's maybe a little bit mean sometimes, but I don't mean to
Thanks for
be
the $5.
mean. It's just the best way I know to communicate when I'm not happy with something. And sometimes I'm just funny because I am inherently hilarious, frankly, and that's a core part of who I am. I have changed.
Women
in the
aren't
last 5
funny.
years. I've gone from being a very, very traumatized, standoffish, nasty person to be around to having some serious fucking growth. Things are different now, and I am grateful for my system. Ugh, grim. Cheesy as fuck.
If you aren't prepared to hear blunt truths that may feel very confronting, don't ask Mike. You'll be able to recognise him from a slightly lower tone of voice, and like most of our male alters, he has an Essex accent. Sally is one of our most wonderful and beautiful caretakers.
Hello everybody, my name is Sally.
She usually stays and functions within the inner world itself and takes
The
care
inner
of the
world!
majority of our young child
inner
alters,
world!
which within the community are colloquially known as littles.
Lots of time in the inner world looking after the children now, so a lot of what I do is soothing the system. I do a lot.
There's a bunch of kids inside my head, and oh my god, there's kids inside her head.
With the children, they'll either sit with me while I garden, or they'll sit on my lap in my rocking chair.
She has a very calm and feminine energy and is spectacular at comforting others and calming them down.
I'm more of an inner caretaker. I work mostly on the inside. I used to exist primarily to soothe Chloe, especially when she was having panic attacks or major depressive episodes.
If somebody calls you my darling, in a comforting voice, it's probably Sally. Sally also has two accents. She can be very classically English RP accent, or sometimes she has a very American accent. And this is because
it gets to a point for me. I'm like, are you literally just taking the piss and making it as absurd, absurdly elaborate as you possibly can, giggling at the idea that people are taking it seriously? Now you got these alters with different accents, apparently. It's like she's trolling and she's just laughing at the fact that all these people believe it's real. But that's not what it is. That isn't what it is. She is genuinely, well, either genuinely herself believes it or is putting it on as a sort of more malicious kind of just grift. No laughter involved.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Crazy.
So my priest altar, my rabbi altar, and my black guy altar walk into a bar.
Thank you for the $5.
as a caretaker, Sally adjusts. It does seem to
Oh no, kids! Get away, kids! The Jimmy Savile altar's coming through! Now then, now then! No, get away, run! I'm holding him back as best I can, but he's coming through again! No! I'm fighting him in my head!
be just those two things, but she will adjust to use the voice of whatever will feel the most comforting.
Be neck deep in this schizo's gush gush, and she twitching her left eyebrow, signaling that she's swapped to her 14-year-old altar, Candace, and boom.
Very
You're
true.
a nonce, pal.
Thank you for the 333. Choose your fighter. Thank you for the $2.
To the altar who is in need of comfort at the time. We grew up in England, in Essex, and we were surrounded by people with different accents, whether that be classically English RP accents, strong Essex accents, which a lot of our male altars have, and watching a lot of American television. So Sally seems to pick up on the American and English side of things as what would bring the most comfort.
So dedicated to trying to change lives, I guess, trying to help. And I find that very inspiring, and I think that we're lucky to have been given such a platform to be able to explore that. And if we're helping people along the way, then what more could we ask for?
Mary is our sunshine girl. She is one of our trauma-free altars who holds no memories of abuse.
Hello, my name is Mary. It's spelled Maeri, and I am a physical external caretaker. My role is essentially what Sally's role is, except Sally's role is internal and mine is external. So I help the body to relax and to calm down and help us remove ourselves from things like working or stresses or triggering things so that the body doesn't get overwhelmed.
She helps us to do things that will calm the body down, help us find enjoyment in life, and allows us to do things that certain traumatic experience we might have had would have stopped us from doing in the past, or that altars who hold memories of trauma may be unable to do for themselves.
I'm really glad with the changes that I've brought into the system. I'm really happy with my role. I'm not a trauma holder. My system is intense. There's a lot of characters, like strong personalities, strong characters in our system. Some people who aren't very nice, some people who are absolutely lovely. I'd love to know Sally better. I've only met her in passing. Mara is fun to be around, but very chaotic. Mike is also quite chaotic. I'm happy to be here.
She's fantastic at helping us find small joys and contentment in our life wherever we can.
I'm calm, but I can get excitable. I like
Okay.
to do stuff.
Okay, I've seen enough of this. Let's look at the demon altar. I want to see the demon altar come through now. That's what we're going to look at. Look at this thumbnail. Demon altars. Look, again, look. Switch on camera. It's a feature list for the video. Dude. It's demon time. My name is Moloch.
This is one of the first videos that we were able to successfully film after going on our break. Because of the nature of the traumatic event that caused us to stop making videos, being on camera and being in a studio environment became a PTSD trigger for us, and especially for our host, but it was just another challenge for us to overcome. Because of that, you will see a lot of inter-system communication happening between alters as we try and work our way through the triggers to be able to film the video. This includes visible switches from our host to our caretaker alter Sally, a few less visible switches where Mike joins and leaves co-fronting alongside our host to help them film the video, practically invisible alterations in our body language and voice from multiple alters throughout the whole video, including our host's personal protectors.
When is it demon
Red and Cam,
time?
who we're interjecting and supporting via co-consciousness without fully stepping into the front or into the body. You'll be able to see and hear verbal and non-verbal communication, including talking to each other out loud, and subtle fluctuations in voice, posture, and behaviour as certain alters get closer to and further away from front and co-consciousness. And co-fronting. Behind the scenes footage is exclusively available for our Patreon members at Kaya & Co on Patreon. If you would like to see more cut footage of how the alters in our system work together to achieve a common goal, and when things go well, override PTSD triggers to be able to live a normal, functional life. Stay to the end to hear advice directed specifically to persecutors and to systems who are struggling to understand them. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to support the Dissociadid project, and most importantly, we hope you enjoy the video. Look, I'm gonna need some help. I'm panicking. Please, if I laugh, I won't cry. Right? Who's gonna step in to help me film? Thought we agreed that I wasn't even gonna be the one filming. Why am I here? Don't cry. Oh, okay, no, it's fine, it's fine. I'm not fine. Bro, we can just co-front the whole time like we are right now. We can both speak together. No one's gonna be able to tell. Yeah. That's fine. I'll help you. Ken will help you. We can be fine. Oh, no, look. Because the second you start thinking about it, you start panicking. So just don't think about it.
Okay, maybe a little more corporal punishment in society.
True. Thank you for the $20. Yeah, I mean, this is such transparent nonsense. You said it earlier. How do you differentiate this, though? How do you, as a psychiatrist, look at this and go, well, this is bullshit? Maybe that's the issue. Maybe you can't. Maybe it's impossible. Maybe you just have to accept that this is possible. You can't really refute it in any meaningful way. Damn, crazy.
About it. How come I'm...
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, I'll be back in a sec, okay, guys? I can't do it. I've lost the Big Greg energy. Big Greg doesn't want to come out to play. No, I had to get the door. Now then, there's an election happening, and I tell you what it is, okay? I've had enough of these bloody migrants. Too many bloody migrants coming over here, raping our young girls, taking our jobs. We've got to close the borders, it's the only option. Get Nigel Farage in office and he'll sort them all out. Oh, sorry. Please don't ban me for that. That was Big Greg. That was Big Greg for a second there. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was not me. That was Big Greg. Oh, fuck me. Jesus, come on. Tommy Robinson has been persecuted by the state for too long for telling him what the truth about the Muslims. That's all he's done wrong. I tell you that much. Oh, okay. Oh, we got control again. Fucking hell, man. Chud is fronting again. Thank God for that.
I'm staring at a camera. How can I not think about it? This whole thing is uncomfortable. You just gotta do it. Look, distress tolerance, alright? Just don't panic. Look, I'm gonna kick you from front and do it myself in a minute. I literally can't tell which one of us is panicking. We're too blended. Okay, alright. 4 people in front. It'll be fine. Oh, calm down, please.
Oh, is the demon taking over?
Hello everybody, welcome back to another video by Dissociadid. Apologies if you're confused by the mix of who's speaking and the makeup that's been chosen today. Unfortunately, the person who was going to film is unable to, so I've decided to step in. My name is
Fuck
Sally.
off!
I'm
I
a
don't care,
caretaker within the
Sally.
system,
Get lost.
and I have some other people who are very, very close to front with me. So if my
Fuck
already
off,
over
Sally.
the years about why non-human alters in general exist. So if you'd like
Here
to
we
see
go.
them, we will add them also to this playlist. But this will
Oh yeah, she's got a mermaid altar. Oh yeah, we watched that before. She's got a mermaid altar called Murmur. Can you believe it?
be describing different types of alters that are non-human and why specifically you might have alters that appear that way. Now, of course, we're not going to be able to list every reason, and not every reason will be applicable to every alter. Just because you might have an alter in your system who looks like this or presents like this doesn't mean that any of these reasons will be relevant, but it will be relevant to some people's systems and some people's alters. But this is not an extensive or an exhaustive list. If it helps you on your way and helps you to understand, then that's what we're aiming for here. Today we're going to be talking about demon alters. Some people who hear about DID jump to the conclusion of demonic possession or have questions about
people.
Even if the did isn't real, she's
Okay,
got a
that's
real
wonderful.
problem. Very
But how do
true. I
make
concur.
money off depressed people?
I am for sending this bitch back to the 1800s, where they drown witches like herself.
Okay.
I wonder how many altars can change underwater. Bubble bubble.
That is very egregious. But thank you for the 333.
does each alter have their own soul, and it can get very complicated and philosophical. That's not what we're going to be discussing today, but what we can tell you is DID is not a demonic possession. DID is a dissociative disorder that stems from severe and repeated childhood trauma. And it's
So that is what they claim. And without getting into the ins and outs of it, like, some people at least express a more believable version of this. I'm still skeptical, but at least it is more believable than this. But they use this as a reasoning to explain all of this fucking bullshit that they're doing, right? And as far as I know, there is not like compelling information or evidence that backs up any of it. It, to me, is like pseudoscience, right? Because there are genuine doctors that will diagnose you with this. It's like the kind of, like I said earlier, it's, what is it called? Like diagnosis shopping. So you're not going to get diagnosed, but there's like the person that she got diagnosed with, I remember looking it up before, and there was some doctor that like specializes in this or something, you know? And so I do think there's an element here where if you go to a doctor that is, you know, willing to, they'll rubber stamp it for you, and then you got the diagnosis, right?
its core is essentially an extremely severe form of PTSD. It develops during childhood.
Fighting a switch. Soren is getting triggered back into the front by the camera and video topic. Blinking. Rapid or hard blinking could be a sign of a switch or fighting a switch. Fucking hell, man. Come on.
I'm so sorry, I keep getting dragged back in.
Get this bitch an Oscar.
Where were we at?
I must say, look, I'm not a jealous person, okay? I'm doing okay. I don't need whatever fucking resources person's got necessarily. But it's just so infuriating to me that these freaks can just be complete grifters and do this, and they get a fucking absolute mountain of support. It's totally absurd. Not even for me. There's way more talented people than this bitch that are nowhere near where she is in terms of support. And it just seems so unreasonable that she gets all the support and other people don't. Wow. Isn't that interesting? No information about how many patrons they've got. Or amount of money made. Wow, that's really, that's interesting, isn't it? So you cannot, just off the back of the Patreon, get any information about how many members they've got. I wonder why that is. It's probably a lot. There's a website. I always forget the website where you can check this, and it gives you some information. But yeah.
We've been recording for nearly 14 minutes.
Amnesia.
We must have done an intro in 14 minutes.
So look, feigning amnesia as well. Shameful.
Surely. Oh my god, I feel so dizzy. Okay. Whoa, okay, whoa, on my head. For Jesus, that felt like nails going through my head. Look, just have some water or something. From what we understand, a lot of the reasons that alters appear the way
Wait, what's the patron called? Oh, Kaya and Co.
that they do has to do with the way that the child understands the world, its understanding of basic themes. So that could be things like, in some cases, religion, stories, characters, movies.
It says 1,400. It doesn't give you the numbers though. It just shows you paid members. Oh, it's only up to 2020. That's weird. Isn't it? Oh. Patreon stats set to private on July 1st, 2020. So when she went private, she had 1,040 members in 2020. And we got no information from there. I would wager that it's more than that now. Her Kiwi thread came on 20... Oh! Yeah, I actually was having a look at that. Yeah, March 13th, 2020. July 1st, 2020, this was set to private. Just of note, you haven't covered any Hemi Resilient lately. Does actually pay you hush money? I've been meaning to get some Hemi Resilient stuff. I just don't get around to it.
These people around them in their real life, whether they be good examples for them or negative or abusive examples for them. And a lot of the time when it comes to non-human alters, it's almost a metaphorical understanding of what the themes of those creatures might be and how it could apply to their life while they are experiencing abuse or trauma and what they need. Another reason for non-human alters is wanting to remove oneself or needing something in their mind that is removed from their abuse and trauma, in terms of their abuse and trauma is being caused by humans. You don't want human alters, you don't want more people in your head, because people are the danger. Humans are the ones that are hurting you, so it has to be something else. Or it can flip the other way around and be more metaphorical. Either way, why might somebody develop a demon alter, especially a child? Surely that doesn't make sense. Why would you want something in your head that is frightening or scary? One reason might...
By the way, guys, I'm just having a little flick through here. If anyone is looking at this person and thinking, you know, well... she's a bit of all right. I'd be up for a bit of that. Apparently, she's more interested in the non-binary persuasion. Let's put it that way. There's a whole thing about this non-binary person, though, with apparently they went to Disneyland together, but the archive link isn't working properly from what I can tell. But in any case, I'm scratching the surface with this. I've already covered this person before, and even then, I'm still scratching the surface, apparently.
Might be that the child literally feels as though they are in hell because they are experiencing repeated trauma, abuse, whatever they're going through. If it feels like they're in hell and they've been told stories about what hell is like, or they've seen horror movies or been told horror stories, or even in kids shows and stuff like that, there's usually some kind of bad character that is displayed as a demon or a monster or something along those lines that the child views as that would hurt the main character, that is bad, and being around them would hurt. They may develop an
Quake says, unfortunately on dating apps, when I set it to non-binary, I just kept men. Oh, tragic. Chaser woes.
Altar like that, because if they feel like they are in hell, what is capable of surviving or living in hell? A demon, for example, or a devil. Or it could be less about what would help me survive this situation and more, why is this happening to me? Why are people treating me like this?
Thanks for the
Especially if
$5.
they are close to the person who's abusing them and are very confused between loving them and hating them, or caring about them and feeling like they love them, and then being very confused about why this person who loves them is hurting them so badly. And they need to dissociate from the reality that it's the same person who's hurting them, because it can be too painful to hold those two truths in the same space. Do you love them or do you hate them? When you're a child, it can be extremely overwhelming. It can be overwhelming as an adult, but even more so as a child, to try and compartmentalize and understand what's happening to you. They may dissociate from that experience and choose to see this person as a safe person who loves them because it's less painful, and then have an alter who holds the experiences of them doing cruel or abusive things to them, and that alter may look like a demon or a devil, because what, in terms of children's stories, movies, religion, that might be told.
Money off depressed people.
Statutory Ape became a member.
That's a great name, by the way.
Statutory Ape celebrates 1 month
Statutory
of
Ape.
membership, cocaine, ketamine, and what else do we need to bring Big Greg out?
I told you about cocaine ketamine before, haven't I? That fucking bird that I met about, what, 10, 15 years ago now, probably, in London. Oh.
Told to a child would be evil or cruel or hurt somebody, a demon or a devil. These can also be called introjects, which is a alter that represents or mirrors the actions, personality, or identity of somebody from their external life. So if a child has an introject of an abuser, then they may present in a way that represents how that person felt to them, or how some of the alter.
Look, this person probably did have some abuse. I mean, I just don't see how you can come up with all this elaborate shit without having some serious issues in your past, you know? Unless it is just 100% grift, making it up. Like, just, you know. Yeah.
In that system.
Bring the demon out. Let's see the demon.
If they felt that they were evil for what they were doing to them, then if they form an introject,
I don't know if she's got a demon.
Represent that in the form of being a demon or a devil or something so beyond human, because surely no person could be that cruel.
Come on! You're telling me that you can have a demon alter and that's correct and legit? This is the same as all that identity shit they were doing. Oh yeah, you can identify as whatever you want. Autism gender, fish gender. It's the same shit. What are the demon's pronouns? Fire/brimstone. I don't know, dude. Come on, that's weak. Come on. Come on! Anyway, I'm getting bored of this bitch. Well, let me watch this. Anyway, I don't know if this is probably going to be a segment. I think we've seen enough of this person. Wait, what's this?
A Negroni.
I was going to say the same thing. Yeah.
Magliato. With Prosecco in it.
Oh, stunning.
Yeah.
Mara's coping mechanisms, mockery and sadism. And the comment where she claims her sadism is non-sexual. Hi, Mara. Hi, Mara. Sexual implications aside, do you participate in the BDSM community? Or are there some alters in the system who don't consent to that? My sadism isn't sexual. The demoness. Dude, this is so obviously for fucking gooners as well. Tapping into the gooning. Anyway, let's watch this quick video, which apparently is a psychologist or psychiatrist disavowing this.
We're ganging up this tram. Oh, just making it so good. So we're going to Epcot. goes, man. Oh my god, there's so many people.
So
I'm grumpy.
He's so grumpy.
So grumpy.
The grumpy boy.
So this is the partner, ex. I don't know if they're still together or not, but this is the video of them going to Disneyland. Thank you for linking this on some fucking shit Asian site.
I am such a grumpy boy.
It's okay though. Hello.
Hey, it's Jeremy.
Yay, Jeremy came to say hi.
I did because I really want coffee, and
You need a coffee.
Nan is grumpy. There's too many people here.
So grumpy today.
Why is he talking like, or they? Why are they talking like that? I don't know if I like the direction this is going, guys. I must say, I'm not sure about this.
It's so sweet. I love it.
It is sweet.
I like it. They're cute when they're grumpy though.
So Nan isn't. Nan,
They're not
okay.
annoying or anything.
Okay.
They're just a little bit like, oh, I don't like it.
This reminds me of Miles Morales' NPC. What?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I can kind of sense that. I can kind of sense that. Kind of like, oh, people, I can't.
Oh, there's so many people, so many loud noises at Disney.
I don't know what that said.
Like there's a klaxon on the ferries that keep going past.
Oh.
Absolutely terrifying now.
Oh.
They've been very good about it. Very, very good.
Okay. That's good. Oh, that's obnoxious.
Oh, it's so loud.
Oh boy, I would probably jump too, to be honest.
Oh, I was jumping when I was little.
Uh-huh.
Like, I wasn't jumping, but like I was like it was unpleasant.
Yes.
As aged up, but it was even worse for them when they were aged up.
So obviously, you know, at some point I want to take my kids to Disney World or Disneyland or whatever. Like, they'll probably really enjoy that. But what I've got to realise and contend with is the fact that there's going to be a bunch of people like this that are there. A bunch of these types of people, the adult Disney enjoyers. I couldn't conceive of going to Disney World or Disneyland as an adult. That is insane to me. It's for kids, for fuck's sake. Why you as an adult going to Disneyland? I feel like that wasn't a thing back in the day when I was younger. It was a thing for kids, and obviously the adults there were the parents. That's cap. You're more likely to see fat women, okay? Oh, it's been a thing. What, even back in like the 90s and 80s? Really? I don't agree with you. I think it would have been seen as much more weird and quirky than it is now, where it's just considered, yeah, totally fine to go to Disneyland as an adult.
Hi.
I don't even know. Anyway, we're at Epcot. We're
just
at
got off
Epcot.
the tram. We're about to go in.
So let's see if this is a little less crowded and a little less chaotic.
I hope so.
Great. Goodbye. Hooray!
Hi.
We're at Epcot.
We got coffee. It's really good.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Much calmer here. So much calmer. Really nice.
Oh,
So happy.
apparently it was just ridiculous at the magical kingdom. You guys went. Oh.
It was crazy.
Oh no. Oh no.
Jules, looking at the
This is very, very American sky.
Oh yes.
Ah.
Oh.
America.
We're in Canada.
Thank you for the
guys.
gifted sub.
We're in Canada.
subs in the channel.
We are. We just deserve a good fucking reward.
Yeah, we do. How cute is my girlfriend?
How
Look
cute,
how cute she
cute
is.
is.
Girlfriend? Huh? Say what? That's your girlfriend, is it? Wow, okay. Anyway, you see what I was saying? You know, she's not into normal people, okay?
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
That non-binary is very Jewish mannerisms. Thank you for the $2.
It's mine.
Not as cute as you are. You're my favorite. We're gonna go around Japan now. Leslie's out. Hi, Leslie. Hi. She's gonna make a wish. We're in France right now.
Dude, I can't. This is unbearable. This is totally unbearable. Just what? It's putting me off.
Even
Go.
though this is supposed
Oh,
to be the happiest place on earth, people
Okay, that's
with
wonderful. But how
wait
do
a
I
second.
make money off depressed people?
Of course, she's a lesbian too, lol, all the identities.
Thank you for the super chat. Wait a
Even though
second.
this is-
Wait. What's this?
Huh. Even though this is supposed to be the happiest place on earth, people with PTSD can really struggle. Loud noises can trigger a startle response, which can trigger a flashback. Noises can remind somebody of something that happened in the past. And for both of us, there has been at least a couple occasions where it has been disturbing and flashbacking and loud. And it's no good. It's no good. This is the kind of thing that we deal with on an everyday basis. So even though this is a Disney vlog, for folks who deal with trauma-based disorders, hardship can come out of nowhere. A trigger can happen anywhere. It's a good thing that we're here together.
I got raped by Mickey Mouse.
Of course. Of course. You guys, we look after each other. You guys have looked after me. Nan has been looked after. So we're okay. And we love
Dude, I can't. This is unbearable, man. This is weirdo, unbearable, cringe shit. Let's watch this. There's one more thing on this, and then we'll move on, and we'll do some more Anissa stuff because you guys seem to like the Anissa Jomar content, so we'll do some more of that. But there was this video apparently. TikTok fakers try to cancel Doctor.
So the other day I mentioned about a hospital that did a live stream and talked about the very serious detrimental effects on faking DID online. Now, as we know, a lot of the fakers were not best pleased. Who was this man from Harvard to tell us 14-year-olds with blue hair how it works? Oh my god, what? Has he got a god complex or something? Absolutely insane. Yeah. This is so dumb. Definitely on the 14-year-olds with blue hair side. If you guys can't tell from my sarcastic voice. If you guys don't know, basically, there was a hospital in the US called McLean Hospital that did a live stream and yes, watched some TikToks, which honestly, I never would have thought in 1,000 years would there be a doctor from Harvard basically effectively just doing a live stream, reacting to these people. We've reacted to them in the past, and I can only imagine that doctor probably lost at least 80 health points while watching that. The damage is probably irreversible. And if anything, he should be trying to sue them. Well, anyway, the story thickens today. It has somehow got worse. Somehow, they're now literally trying to take action. And not just like a few people, by the way, like quite a lot of people.
Okay, I want to see this doctor's video. Do we have any footage of the doctor's video? What was his name? A video was posted to the McLean Hospital YouTube page. Matthew A. Robinson, PhD, ran his film seminar. The video included multiple videos from multiple different people who've all received the same diagnosis. Matthew Robinson indicated he believed the people were malingering, meaning he suggests these people were intentionally faking their disorder. Yo! Is this why people don't want to speak up? Because they're worried about getting cancelled? But this Giga Chad was like, nah, fuck that. Fuck you, freaks. Matthew A. Robinson. God, and it literally is these fucking freaks who are responding to it. All these DID pink-haired freaks are responding. Yo, where's the video though? For fuck's sake. DID, will that find it?
Hi there, and welcome. My name is Jeff Bell, and on behalf of McLean Hospital, I'd like to thank you for joining us for this episode of our educational webinar series.
No! When does he watch the funny TikToks? I don't know if it's on here. I can't find it. That sucks. Nope, it's not here. That sucks. He took it down. Oh, is that for certain? Why did it get taken down? Did it get taken down because it got such a negative response? Dude, that fucking sucks. Harvard took it down. What? Bro, that is insane. Anyway, listen, it's getting a bit much to try and track it down if I can't easily find it. So I'll see if I can dig it up somewhere. I'd like to watch it on stream at some point. Diggers? Any diggers? Now, it's okay. We don't need to watch it right now, but just knowing it exists means that, you know, we can maybe come back to it at some point if we manage to find it.